so far. The Onyx is going to represent here.
No stance. Interesting. Okay, but this is it, my friends. We are going to be jumping into game number 1. megD and Flower up against Raid and Raven. Let's see what we've got so far. Flower just going to be patrolling the ground here. Oh, the sidelight neutral ended up catching both members of the blue team. GC sidelight, so good. Right now, Raid is alive.
Absolutely. Raid is taking up a lot of space on the stage right now, and he is definitely the one freeing up here for Raven to be able to get in and get some strings here too. Barely taking any hits thus far. Flower and megD need to find a way to combat Raid's oppressive presence here.
That's right. Okay. Oh, how is he going to be able to get back on megD in a nasty position? Raid going for the recovery uncharged just to be able to push his advantage state a little bit longer. Oh, megD, he's getting juggled. Raven just going to go back and try to help out the teammate here. The recovery is going to be able to successfully KO off the top.
Oh!
Enlight, no combo.
That Enlight is sick. You're going for a GC neutral light there to catch the opponent off guard is absolutely sick. Nice recovery from Raven to finish up that team combo. Both of them now 3 stocks apiece, and they're looking to extend this lead here. Nice quick combo. Flower able to connect it into the Nair too. No options. Raven really wanted to capitalize off that, but they can't find anything. The juggle is set up, and it's looking like megD and Flower. I mean, they're making some things happen here now in the second stock, Dora. They need the knockout.
How did that not KO? Raid's still going to be hanging on to the stock here for the dearly life. The D-Sig going to be sending Flower at the nastiest angle known to mankind. That Axe D-Sig for Ulgrim does everything that you could possibly ask it to. megD finally going to be able to close out that first stock, but Raven is still, you know, all intents and purposes, this is an amazing lead for the red team.
It is an incredible lead, and Raven is looking to extend it, not going way too aggressive here, as they're just floating around trying to look for any stray hits. Raid, yet again, freeing up even more space, being an oppressive force. He gets that knockout onto megD, trying to be a little bit careful now, potentially, considering Raven is still on his first.
Okay, what's it going to be here? Raid just going to be looking potentially for that downing, maybe potentially another sidelight. A little bit of friendly fire. Raid going to be hitting his teammate right back there. But right now, I'm looking at Raid. I think this is right now my MVP for the red team. But the interruption from Flower was amazing. Able to get a stock off of it, able to help out his own teammate. That was awesome.
All right, let's see if they're able to make something happen here. They're going to need to get a knockout onto Raid, and then they're going to need definitely a team combo for this to be doable. Still definitely possible, though. D-Light here is going to come out from Raven. Throwing Flower off stage, unable to capitalize off of the megD with the dare to get the landing.
Flower is just controlling the ground here, gonna be able to get the cell, but then Raid is able to find a cell of his own onto megD. megD has taken a lot of damage on what could be his final stock here, but that is now gonna be Raid taken out. Still has one more stock left on the board. Flower is going in.
Had to knock out Raven there, I feel like. If they can find a knockout onto Raven, then get a team combo, maybe it's doable. They're split up though, thrown super far off, but they're not committing to any offstage here, any edge guard. They know that they can just stick to center stage here, get a couple of good hits with some variable force, and they can get these stocks the easy way, the safe way.
Oh no,
Ground pound
megD
is gonna connect.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. He was hitting Raid. Okay, that's going to be the headlight. That's the weapon toss. I don't think Flower has a chance to be able to make it back on. Cute question mark. But yeah, this game is not doable at this point, even with all the friendly fire. It's a free-for-all, and I think the red team is still going to win.
Just barely not going to be enough for the knockout there. D-Light. There it is. That is now finally going to be enough. 3 stocks remaining, and Raid with an incredible 677 damage here. I gotta mention, you said it during the game, Dora. Raid is definitely my MVP player here. Not only did Raid really play well into his 1v1 situations, I feel like most of the damage that Raven got was kind of on the behalf of Raid, because Raid would go in there, he would win a key fight, and he would set up a situation where Raven could capitalize off of a good position and get more damage.
Yeah, I think you said it best. He is winning the fights that he starts. He connects his lance sidelights. That's a lot of what you could ask for. Also, his survivability was excellent. megD and Flower, I'm not seeing the vision yet. I'm not seeing the synergy yet. We didn't get to see a lot of crazy stuff. We didn't get to see a lot of crazy team combos or anything. But right now, I am most impressed by Raid's 2's gameplay. Right now, megD setting up with that Enlight. Gonna try to go for the target switch. Not gonna be able to find it. Okay, Flower, he's just trying to threaten Raven as much as possible. Flower not gonna be able to connect that Enlight. Sidelight gonna be coming through, looking to catch that dodge in with the neutral, nice and non-committal. Raid! Oh, if that was a fast fall there, that could have been so dangerous.
Keeping my eyes on Raven thus far in this game, and Raven's been doing a pretty good job at throwing out these sidelights onto megD and Flower, racking up some of that chip damage, but we're not seeing as many pivotal plays from Raid and Raven this deep into the game so far. Flower and megD seems to have adapted here, Darmagard. What are you seeing that they're doing here?
You know, they're not getting separated as much, but oh, that Ensig was still not enough to be able to take the stock off the top. The recovery was not enough. Everybody has so much survivability until Raven is the first one to go down. Side Sig, not enough to be able to KO megD, because that is why you play Onyx. We got a lot of bulky legends here in this game too.
Nice interrupt.
In the set so far.
Very good interrupt by Flower. Raven able to get the recovery, and the Sair is going to get the second knockout too, as megD and Flower, I mean, you did just have the stock lead, but now you're going to have the weapon disadvantage. You're able to pick up a spear, but you take a couple of hits for it. megD is going to scramble to try and get a weapon. We're going to find a quick 2v1 opportunity on the Flower, but no follow-up to be had. Just seeing some trades here.
Who was that? GC, Sidelight, hitting Glade, I'm not entirely sure. Flower is going in against Raven. megD is going to be able to get the juggles. The down is Flower, no follow-up. I don't think he was ready to react. Flower, he understood that he was too late to punish Raid, so he just wanted to reposition and try to threaten Raven in that moment. And Light, they caught him stacked. D-Light, Sail, Raid is off stage. Raven stuck in between the members of the blue team, but megD dropping the pass. It's okay. He gets a D-Light now. Raid is knocked down to his last stock. We're beginning to see the cohesion for the blue team. They're beginning to catch the red team stacked.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Flower trying to look for a Sair. We're seeing Raven stuck in a quick 1v2 here as Raid is struggling to get back onto the stage. As soon as he does, he's pushed back down. Raid, you might need to get in there a little bit more. We'll see if they're able to... Oh, what a combo! Oh, goes for the Nair! The Nair is going to be enough to get the knockout! What a combo by Flower! What... Dude, his ability to keep spear strings going in that scenario, insane.
Yeah, that was a GC D-Light of the gods. It was exactly what they needed. They were able just to go ahead and get that stock and that game. And now they brought themselves to a 1-1, which is excellent if you consider that the first game was a lot more in the favor of red team. I think there is a bit of friendly fire happening. Maybe we saw it a little bit more in game 1, but I feel like with Raven and Raid, oftentimes either like Lance Sidelight or like Spear Sidelight, they kind of end up hitting each other. Blue team, they ended up getting a couple of pivotal team combos, the likes of which we have not seen in this set so far, and I think that's pretty huge. That's pretty big. They were able to get a lot of damage. They were able to get a stock off that way. There was a couple of dropped passes, a couple of dropped attempts, but what was so good was that when megD dropped it, he still kept going, and he was just able to get like the D-Light neutral just to be able to get the KO when he went through the target switch. So they improvised, they adapted, but the combos, I want to see them tighten it up.
Oh! They're able to find something. It's going to be a lot of damage. We're going to see, it's not going to be any crazy kind of knockouts, but it's going to be a lot of damage. Both of them down into the orange here. They're doing really, really well here. Now, one thing that I was thinking during that game too, Dara, is that I am getting that Rain might be, sorry, not Rain, Raid might be quite a momentum-based player.
Yeah, we're beginning to see it, and specifically megD is going to be shutting him down a little bit. The landing neutral is going to allow him to be able to reset neutral. The sidelight forcing him off stage. That's the friendly fire that I'm talking about. We see it happen in a lot of instances. I know it's just one hit, but this keeps happening, it feels like. Raven's able to find the sidelight, the D-Light, the neutral. Was that Raid's neutral that interrupted Raven?
Seeing yet another interruption here. I mean, it definitely looks like these guys are overcooking a bit. megD trying to go for something on this cannon, and Raid going for that Sair, going to be punished by megD, getting pushed off the stage again and again. They're able to reclaim it here, but the D-Sig is going to be yet another friendly fire. Are Raven and Raid nervous?
Oh, Polly. That second hit of Sidelight, that thing is massive. They got both of them. That could have been such a big combo. They didn't get the full follow-up. D-Light, Sair, GC, Side-Sig, Flower going to be popping off incredibly. GC, Ensig, that's right. I always mix them up, my fault. That's right.
What an option. I love that. I love that from Flower. What a just honed in. I mean, that neutral signature, it looked like he had homing on it.
That's right, yeah, it just locked on. He had aim assist. And now look at the lead that the blue team has built up. Raven and Raid, they have to be able to get something going. They're winning the respective 1v1s, but Flower, with the aggressive recovery, he was able to land successfully here. Raven, that stock could disappear at any moment.
Let's see what they're able to do. Raid is going to have to play carefully here. The recovery is almost going to get the knockout onto Raven. Tries to go for a second one. That one won't connect. Sidelight to free up some space.
Okay.
The recovery is going to be great to separate them, send them into the air, but you're unable to find an anti-air.
Oh, megD with that landing seal. I don't know who Raven was trying to hit with that end-sig, maybe trying to hope that Flowey would just like kind of jump into it. The end light was enough to be able to take the stock off the top. The weapon throw, is that going to be enough? The down air, megD gets that spike. 4 stocks to 1. All of a sudden, Polly, this set did not open off this way. Oh, they dropped that combo though.
And I feel like this should be a 2-1 for megD and Flower, although I'm not going to count Raven out just yet. He's able to find one knockout. He's going to need one more onto megD here before we can start talking about a doable 1v2. megD and Flower, you already know, they're just looking to set up a team combo here. You see the start of one. A quick conversion to get Raven down to now that's 91 damage.
Oh, Flow. I mean, okay, I don't know if blue team is going to be able to actually drop this. The way the Raven wins is by getting one of them off stage and then just kind of like pogoing them into infinity, but you see Raven try to set that up, right? Like, he wants that spike. He's not going to be able to find it anytime soon. Unarmed, I don't think this one is possible. Sidelight recovery, Raven is done. Raven's like, okay, you got it. You got the game. GG, go next.
Yeah, and I mean, this is starting to look rough for Raven and Raid. I mean, my theory is still going to be that they could be nervous. I mean, they're definitely playing, they definitely look uncomfortable, almost a little bit desperate in time at certain times with how they're playing in the neutral. And I think really the friendly fire is a symptom, and I think the disease is that nervousness, or that for some reason feeling uncomfortable, being a little bit mashy, being a little bit desperate in their options.
Well, you know what, Polly? In the world of medicine, you have to treat both the symptom as well as the root disease. And so, you know, a good place to start is like, okay, why are we beginning to like step on each other's toes, right? Because that is something that like needs to stop ASAP. Even though it wasn't like a lot of like crazy damage, it was still more damage than they needed to take. And I'm thinking about, I think it happened, right, where Raid, I think he interrupted his teammates like GC and Sig, like with his own neutrality that would have ended up like taking a stock. You know, it was a couple of little tiny moments like those. That's the scary stuff. That's the stuff that I'm personally worried about. And so, you know, if they hit each other less, it's, you know, definitely going to be an improvement. As for megD and Flower, we're beginning to see the combos fall into place. We're beginning to see their synergy really unlock. And Flower's advantage state especially. Like that GC Ensig, that was hot. That was so cool.
Yeah, and I mean, they're definitely taking advantage of Raven and Raid's issues very, very well. I feel like they're always there to punish their mistakes, and they're definitely pressuring them. Speaking of them playing quite uncomfortably, that you can definitely feel that they are trying to escalate that and make it even worse for them. However, looks like we are getting a legend swap here. It is going to be Raven going over to that Teros pick instead here.
Okay, well, you know, I get it. You know, you want Teros. I do actually like this. You know why? Nobody was losing their stock. When you got all like these different like legends that have like super high defense, nobody was dying, especially nobody was getting knocked out, especially off the top. When you got Onyx, when you got Kaya, it was a little bit difficult. So I like the Teros. Let's see if it's possible. Let's see if it's gonna be able to make something happen here. We're going back to Demon Island, but right now Flower and megD, they've got the synergy. They've got the glue that holds them together.
Definitely do. Let's see if they're able to make it across the finish line with that. megD immediately trying to go for a soft read onto Raven here. Raven on this Teros. Let's see what they're going to be able to do.
Right now, just a lot of hits being exchanged, finally slowing it down. Flower able to get into with the dash in, and like Raid with the combo, able to get the sail. Double axe right now for the red team. Can be super scary. Raven is a little bit too late with the interruption. Not going to be able to get the sail, but that sail is going to go ahead and come through. Those sidelight neutrality sail setups are so scary. megD able to hit his opponent and chase dodge to be able to make it back on. The light neutrality is going to take out that first stock, but I got to say right now, the red team, their combos, I'm getting nervous watching it. They're connecting them. They're hitting them. The jump sail is going to be able to connect. Looking forward again onto megD. megD backing off, trying to focus onto Raid. Oh, Raid wanted it all with the D-Sig. Good punish from Flower.
All right. Now, I really do feel like I feel like Raid and Raven, they're not looking as nervous, as uncomfortable as they were before. Momentarily, they're still looking a little bit too aggro and a little bit too greedy, and I feel like megD and Flower are doing such a good job of just taking a step back, letting them throw out some of these options. They're a little bit out there, and just get those punishes. You know, definitely taking a little bit more of a defensive stance here. Let's see if it's going to work for them, as Raid and Raven are starting to rack up some more damage here. They're going to need a knockout, though, and megD is starting to chip away at Raid's damage here. He goes for like 3 sidelights in a row, no recovery.
His gauntlets are crazy. He hit everything that he was looking for. He was going in. He was fighting, and they're not fighting back anytime soon. The sidelight recovery is going to be able to KO, but Raven, I believe he found a side sig. I was too busy looking at what megD was up to. Raven, can he make it back onto the stage? The combo, the Cell, Raven, so deep. The end light is not going to be enough to KO off the top. Please buff Bo. Bo needs to be able to KO with end light super early. The ground pound, though, is going to be able to connect. It is going to be able to KO, and now that is a big lead for the blue team. Raid is down in damage.
I mean, big lead. If they're able to take down Flower, that lead isn't going to look too big for that long, Dora. Let's see if they're able to find it. Raid has got to be careful here. megD's able to find a great punish by Raven with the revenge hit. Raid trying to cover his teammate with that GC sideline. I love the attempt with the neutral signature. You gotta chill out, man. Raid is put into such a bad situation. He's put into such a bad situation. And just like that, I mean, you might be a little bit shaken up. You gotta regain composure. Let's see if they're able to make this work. It's still not too late.
Oh, that was not good. That was a lot of damage, probably, but it is still one stock apiece. This could be anybody, but the counter hit the punish to be able to cover behind his teammates back. That side sig was so good, not letting a single hit go unpunished. Sidelight recovery, not going to be able to connect. End light, Raven was not close enough, not fast enough to be able to land with the Cell. D-light neutrally, of course, it's not going to KO off the top yet. megD is fighting for his life, but I think he can make it happen. He caught them stacked. Raid is off stage. megD has so much aura. They're dodging around him. They're so scared.
Arguably the best 1v1 player in the lobby right now against the Raven and Raid. Let's see if they're able to find the final connecting piece. The D-Sig isn't going to be enough, but what a great sidelights there from Raid. It isn't going to be enough to get the knockouts. He has to finish it off with the ground pound. That's going to be game 5. It's not over until it's over, Dora. And I gotta mention, I gotta add, Raven being a little bit nervous, or saw that neutral signature come out. This is not really that strange or that weird. We didn't mention a single time on the broadcast. This is actually going to be, if they win, Raven's first top 8. I'm talking both game modes, never top 8 in 1v1 or in 2v2.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line here. Something that I saw that was very, very good that you want to see every single time. Well, number one, the team combos, I feel like were a little bit tighter. Axe is amazing in twos. Why is Axe so good in twos?
Terros.
I don't know, man. Sidelight neutrally, they're all just like amazing buttons. But speaking of Terros, the signature usage from Raven was really good. Like you saw that last stock. Flower, I believe he was like landing with a Cell, and then he ended up getting hit by the side sig, and that ended up KOing and resulting in like a, you know, in a 2v1 there. More than anything, I think the red team did an amazing job punishing the blue team for hitting each other. They did so good. The thing that is scaring me, you saw that NSIG. I don't like this friendly fire.
Yeah.
Polly, do you like this friendly fire?
No, it's like the one thing that bothers me the most about their gameplay. Other than that, they're looking a lot better that game than they have previously, that's for sure. Also gonna mention, Raid gotta be a little bit careful on that signature usage. We're not seeing too much success with that, and we can definitely see some big punishes come out from megD and Flower. You can never count out megD and Flower, guys. These guys are incredibly strong players. If there's anyone that can make this happen in game 5, it's gonna be megD and Flower. We're not gonna see a team combo off of that.
But look how much damage they've taken. Flower already going to be into the orange. He's backing up a little bit here. That's a lot. That's a little bit too much that he'd like to take. The D-Light ended up catching his teammate stacked as well. Raven is looking exceptionally healthy. Raid covered the jump there. And then also, like, that was such a difficult position to be in. The Lancer and the Axe recovery at once. Flower did not know where to go.
Flower doing a great job of picking up that weapon, slipping it right by Raven. And he's sticking to this bow now. And Flower is starting to get a little bit of an anti-air started here on this bow. Both of them are able to get back to the ground now, though. What a neutral signature. Completely for just a moment. Tunnel visioning out Raven.
Yeah, Raid missed his punish, which was a little bit uncharacteristic. That's what the red team was doing so well last game, but now that's going to be Flower gone off of his first stock. megD is going to be dancing around. He gets the end light. There it is again. That hammer side sig. That is what Raven has been doing so well on the Terros pick.
Let's see if they're able to find this knockout on to Raid. Flower has been looking really, really good thus far, but it's going to be megD actually to get that knockout. Raven doing a great job with this aerials, and also that was really scary. I thought it might get stuck in a team combo, but Raven is able to make it out unscathed. We're seeing some additional damage with these aerials too. Nice sideline into the dare onto megD. Raven, I mean, he's kind of in his flow state in this stock, I feel like.
Yeah, he is hitting every single interruption that he absolutely needs to. He is letting his teammate get hit, and then he is stopping it from any more potential incoming damage. They control the stage. megD using the sail to be able to land. Flower is down so deep. The blue team is separated. They miss each other. The GC and Sigma was a little bit greedy. You talked about Raid's GC, signature usage, excuse me. The downer connects. Flower, he just missed it.
That's gonna be a stock. That's going to be a stock though onto Flower. The recovery, Raven is able to clean it up. You just need to get 2 more, and you see they're desperately looking for a team combo, but they're unable to find it. Flower is able to get 2 recoveries, trying to go for a 3rd. That one's not going to connect, and Raid and Raven were unable to make much happen from the momentary 1v2.
He wants it so bad. He wants that stock off the top so bad, and I cannot blame him. But the D-Sig, you know what you once said about it? It was magnetic. megD gonna be putting Raven on the last stock of this set. Raid is still gonna be hanging on here for the red team. They need to get anything going. The Sidelight's gonna end up whipping. The Endlight gonna be catching his own teammate stacked. They cannot be trading at this point in time.
Keep jumping, Raven. Keep jumping, Raven. I see Raven. Raven is playing so carefully right now. He's letting Raid tank this out right now. He's letting Raid do what it needs to do. That's gonna be him down though. Gonna have to be careful here. Do not get team comboed.
Okay. He's off stage. He's going to be able to make it back on. He gets a huge recovery onto Flower. The neutral has been reset. The neutral for megD, briefly putting his opponent off stage for just a moment.
That's massive.
Flower is left weaponless.
It's massive. They're unable to find any hit onto megD. Unable to find any kind of combo either, but he pushes him off stage. Flower is still on that ledge. He's so scared to go back up against Raid.
Yeah, the D-Sig into gone progression. Flower has been playing so chill on the side of the stage because the one time he gets back on unsafely. This could be it.
That's the first one. The ground pump could have been massive. What a nice option. The Sair, Raid barely has any options. He's able to get back though. Uses the Sair for its movement. Raven using the unarmed Sair. Push even further back in the DC. It's going to be enough. That's going to be Raven and Raid advancing in the tournament with Raven getting his first top 8 in any game mode.
Wow. That is huge. So congratulations to Raid, congratulations to Raven. They looked so good, especially after the Telo swap. I was getting a little bit scared at the end. Polly, this could have been so different. It's just like a game of ifs.